Make some noise for Oliver's family.
Keep it going. Stand up.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. Means a lot to us. I'm Christine, proud mother of Oliver Tree.
Simply enter your command on your phone, and Minus will automatically organize your files, turning chaos into clarity.
Jesse named our first son, Jesse Louis Nickel IV, who we fondly called Jessup. I got to choose a grounding name for Oliver. I wanted to give him roots, but from the beginning, he wanted to soar. He was a sweet and mischievous child, and he was a bolter, the kid who wanted to run, explore, and not look back. Jessup spent the better part of his childhood chasing after his little brother. Oliver's name identity went through many changes, from Auber to toddler, to Tree, which we call him to this day, Oliver, Crife, Tree, Turbo, Shawnee Bravo, Cornelius Cummings, full circle back to Oliver Tree. Looking back now, I'm thinking he may have had multiple personality disorder, and I didn't get him the help he needed. When Oliver was very young, he'd wake before sunrise, park himself in the hallway next to the bedrooms, and sing. While it was a lovely way to wake up, those years were exhausting and sleep was precious. Looking back now, I realize those quiet morning performances were his humble musical beginnings. Oliver grew up hungry, not for food, but for more. We didn't give him everything he wanted as a child. He had to earn things. But that hunger became fuel, and he decided at a young age he was going to go out and get it for himself. Oliver embraced culture, culinary experiences, and travel with boundless curiosity. He embodied the essence of a true cosmopolitan. His adolescence was not easy for him or for us. He was a tough teenager, and there were years we had to practice tough love on him because we loved him too much not to. When he lost his cousin Wayne at 13, it broke something in him, a grief he carried into a dark period of his life. Then there was that family trip to Burning Man. I like to say it was so bad it was good. We almost lost him that day. That day was a turning point. At 17, he walked away from drugs and walked toward music, a love that had been with him since he was young, but now had become a serious pursuit. Once he found music, he created a persona, a moniker, an entire world around it, and he immersed himself in it completely. He called us 4 weeks before he was set to graduate from the California Institute of the Arts to tell us he didn't need to graduate. He had signed with Atlantic Records the day before and had his next career move in place. We told him actually no. We had invested in him and his education for 4 years, and he needed to finish what he started. And so he did. And at his Cal Arts graduation ceremony, in true form, he pulled a scooter trick on stage, fell off the stage, and scooted off without picking up his diploma. We were lucky to travel to 6 continents with Oliver. 2 winters ago, he invited us to Antarctica. In true Oliver fashion, he gave us 12 hours notice on New Year's Eve when plans were in place for dinner and a show. But we pulled it off, and not only did we have an unforgettable adventure, we experienced the Drake Shake together. We were privileged to hear dozens of his songs before they made their way onto an album. He insisted we give them our full attention, establishing strict rules for the listening experience. No talking, no phones, no distractions. We had to sit in complete silence and absorb his art with the same seriousness, care, and reverence that he brought to creating it. And if you didn't, he'd shut it down and you'd get the wrath of Oliver. And those of you who know that wrath know it was dreaded. The pink and purple Montbell ski jacket he wore, Oliver's Aunt Cynthia bought in Santa Cruz in the 80s. Cynthia gave it to me in the 90s, and Oliver removed it from my closet at some point and took it to new heights. Swearing was forbidden in our home. I'm going to say that all that profanity that came out of him was forbidden fruit syndrome. Every year at Christmas, I create a collage card because we never had a family photo that we all looked good in. So I'd cut and paste our heads onto costumes, making it fun and playful. I signed off as the Nickel Family Circus, hence the Pickle Family Circus. I texted Oliver the day before he passed and asked how quitting smoking was going for him, as he promised he would give it up once he was on tour. He FaceTimed me immediately and let out a huge puff of cigarette smoke in my face. But he was so happy and excited about life that day. He told us he was taking a helicopter ride to a house on a mountaintop the next day to make TikToks and music with his friends. He loved having epic days, each one more memorable than the last. The overwhelming outpouring of love and support since Oliver's passing has been a profound source of comfort. I have witnessed humanity at its very best. Oliver has left us an enormous task to set up his endowment, Dr. Oliver Tree's extremely epic art grant for baby geniuses. And a museum. We will follow through on his wishes as best we can. I believe this will be a cathartic endeavor for me, and in the years ahead, I look forward to hearing the stories of how Oliver's grant helped launch the careers of emerging artists. And meanwhile, the show must go on.
Wow, what a house. Thank you for coming. Thank you for celebrating Oliver's life. My name's Jesse, and I'm Oliver's pops. So thank you for coming out tonight and celebrating Oliver's life. This night will be Oliver's last concert without him leading the band. And for that, we're grateful to celebrate him as a person and as an artist. I think there was a misconception about who Oliver really was. Sometimes people would get confused between his characters and Oliver's true self. He was like a method actor in which he would stay in character on stage, and then when he'd leave, that character's ego on stage so he could be himself off the stage. That's what made him so genuine. He was not caught up in his ego relative to his fame. He was a loyalist to his friends and his family. In a thoughtful way, he would always ask, "How are you doing?" to start the conversation. And you could get his true attention from him, and he would give it to you. So he truly did believe that you are enough as a person, and that you need to trust yourself on all your creative levels. And he was always felt that you should get off the couch and produce some art. Whatever your medium was, produce that shit. He'd say your art project doesn't have to have a large budget. You can shoot a short film with your phone camera. You can use GarageBand on your computer to record a song. He felt that when a person had mental or physical insecurities or unique qualities, that you should lean into it, because those qualities make you different and separate from the mainstream. He felt that it was okay to have failures because those failures became wisdom tools for your future projects. And believe me, Oliver had a lot of failures. So those failures were along his life journey. But his life journey gave him the ability to travel the world and record his music, and that he did. For his last album, he traveled 82 countries in the last 2 years, encroaching 134 countries in his total life traveling experience. To put that in perspective, currently there's only 193 countries, and of course, he wanted to visit them all. He was a creative, and because of his creative drive, he was inspiring to people and artists alike. This creativity and can-do attitude was infectious to everybody around him. When Oliver was growing up, art and music was a big part of our household, and we did sports. And our family sports was circus tricks, scootering, and bicycle racing. Most people didn't know that, but Oliver raced bicycles for 10 years. He started off in BMX for 5 years, and then did cross-country mountain biking, cyclocross in the winter, and then did all the downhill sports. And at the end, he became a freestyle dirt jumper. Yeah. And of course, freestyle scooting brought sparks of joy to him even when he was in competition. These are all parts of the extreme culture of Santa Cruz, and for that, we're grateful. I've always felt like the endurance side of bicycle racing gave him the strong foundation and work ethics for his artistry. Last summer, we worked together with his will and living trust with local lawyer Dina Hoffman. In the case of his passing, he wanted to set up a foundation that would support young artists. This seed money could actually help an artist get started or take him to the next level. So we created a nonprofit foundation, an endowment. So I want to thank you, Christine, and I want to thank everybody that's actually donated to this foundation. That money will stay there and it'll throw off interest, and the interest is what will supply all the grants in the future, and it'll live on beyond our life. So from the start, our son was a true entertainer. Even as a toddler, he could make us laugh on the spot. He'd walk into a room and say to himself, how can I make this interesting? And last of all, he was a great storyteller, and he did it through his music videos, and his interviews. We'll miss that goofball kid. Peace be with Oliver Tree. Thank you.